All right, and I'm gonna do this last one because this is my third video for the day. So I've been truck driving by myself. Let's see, when I get off my trainer's truck, the end of January. So it's about to be March. So I'm gonna just go ahead and round it up and say it's a month, right? Now, if you ask me, I thoroughly enjoy the experience. I like driving a truck. It's one of the easiest, hardest jobs you can do. It's easy because once you get down driving a truck, you basically stealing money. You just got to have the stamina to drive, and that's pretty much it for the most part. Now, what I don't like about driving a truck is sometimes, to be blunt with you, motherfuckers don't give a fuck up that you're new. You know what I'm saying? They really don't. Shippers can be kind of on the rude side a little bit, but a lot of y'all be rude. I mean, from what I've understood of shippers is that when, motherfuckers you take the trailers to, is that motherfuckers really be pissed off because they got to be at work. Motherfuckers really just don't like their job. Like, a lot of these shippers that I've met, they're really motherfuckers that have bad energy because they're stuck in a dead end job or whatever the case may be of their situation. Like, when you drive a truck, I don't drive angry. Like, I haven't, between my friend dying and driving a truck, I think I've become a completely different person. Like, truck driving has changed me in ways I did not think it would. And I've only been doing it for a month. Like I said, between that and my friend dying, I've chilled out a lot more. I'm a lot more mellow. I'm a lot more understanding than I already was. I don't have anything to be angry about because I'm not around anything that makes me mad. Second, I don't have nobody breathing over my shoulder. I basically work with myself, which I quite frankly prefer my own company over anything. I like having coworkers. There's nothing wrong with having coworkers, but the wrong work environment can make you dread going to work. And I don't have that with a truck. But I will say this: I think my biggest problems with it have been my inexperience, for one. Two, not knowing where shit is, and then, oh my god, this is a big one: wrong fucking turns. I'm telling you, man, I've taken that truck, that T680 I drive, I've taken that motherfucker down places a truck should not go. I've had to make U-turns, turn around in places where a truck should not go. All because of my inexperience. I think that's the part about it that kind of makes me mad a little bit. Because once you get done with your training, you know how to drive the truck and maneuver, but you can't learn everything you need to know in a truck for a truck driver to really successfully drive a truck, like, well, within the span of a month. You can't. Like, a lot of shit you gonna have to just be like, a lot of shit to this point, I've been lucky. I mean, as far as the job, like, as far as getting stuff there on time and everything, I have no trouble with that. I am really good over the road. I've gotten that down packed. Like, I've done 3-lane Atlanta traffic. Like, I got a ticket in Atlanta for $500 for being inside the loop of Atlanta, right? And looking back at it, knowing what I know now, I only got that ticket because I strictly just missed my signs. When you get sign reading down, a lot of this shit, as far as sign readings, be in neon lights. These signs be big as fuck. Like, when I used to drive cars, I'm in a car now. When I was driving cars like that, I never paid attention to any signs because I didn't have to. When you start driving a truck and you understand that, you know what, no truck entrance. Truck is so many tons, don't drive over this bridge. Once you learn to pay attention to your signs, or like low bridge clearance, like shit like that, my trainer used to have this analogy. And he's like, well, when you play baseball and you hit a baseball, the baseball be this big. The longer you play baseball, the bigger the ball gets. And I feel that way about trucking. The ball has gone from this to this. Now, I ain't saying the ball is huge, nigga. But I'm just saying the ball gets bigger every day and it's easier for me to hit. Like, and then second, I would say, I try to get a visual on where I'm going before I get there. For instance, I had to come back to my mom's house because I had to do my taxes and find my paperwork and all other stuff. I did my taxes today, which I'm getting, a little chunk of change back. It's all right. I don't really care about taxes like that, but I digress. I basically Google mapped the store that I was going to park at to get a good visual of the shit that I was going to end up doing before you get there. Like, knowing what I know now, it helps me more. Like, okay, because when I get to these shippers at the time, I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking for. And a lot of times, that's how I made my wrong turns. I end up driving into a back country road, almost dragging my trailer down into the motherfucking ditch. Luckily, it didn't because I swung out wide enough. You know what I'm saying? And having a U-turn in a churchyard next to a grave. Like, Ended up getting chased down by this guy. Who was a trucker. He was like, look, I trucked for 30 years and I retired 20 years ago. I know what you're going through, but just try not to do nothing like that because it gets real dangerous. I'm just saying, I've had to take pointers from people. I mean, I'm not a trucker. I'm a guy that drives a truck, is how my trainer used to say it. Like, I'm not someone that just like bent brim and, hey, you know, we're gonna drop the load off and pick it up at this time. And I'm not one of them niggas, man. I just drive the truck. I do my thing. I just make my money and I go home, you know, I won't say go home, but I technically just, you know, go to sleep. Another thing I've learned from it so far is I've learned to watch my money a lot more. Like I go in and I refill my water bottle versus like buying 2 fucking Gatorades. I used to do that shit every fucking morning. Now I still love Gatorade Zero. You know, okay, ain't no calories in the motherfucker. But I'm just saying, like, you can say you saving $3 here, $3 there, even though you get paid a good chunk of money every week, it helps out. You know what I'm saying? Watching your money and watching your pocket is gonna be one of the biggest contributors out here. Cause you don't want to be out here in the truck, you out this motherfucker OTR, and then you ain't really got no money in your pocket like that. You know what I'm saying? You having to scrape by and eat. I've heard of motherfuckers stealing fuel before, like, because they fuel be so fucked up. But I'm just saying, as far as month 1 so far, I like the experience. I don't dislike it at all. I think there's more things I wish I knew. I wish I was a little bit better at. You know what I'm saying? I'd say I wish I was a little bit better at backing. But again, I think some things just come with time and experience and surviving the job. Like, trucking, to me, if I had to sum up trucking so far at month 1, it's basically wash, rinse, repeat in a different sink every day. To make a long story short, you wash your hands, you got experience in washing your hands inside of a sink, but every day it's a different house. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know how the plumbing works. You might not know where the sink is at. You got to find the sink, and you get the goddamn point. But yeah, man, I just want to get off my chest, and I'm finna go eat because I am starving.